Hello, Sparkle Squad. This is Monica, and I am here to show you a little bit about Canva. I'm a Canva certified creative. I have been for quite some time, and I need to make a new channel art for Sparkle by Monica's YouTube channel. So I thought I'd come on here and show you how I do that with Canva. So let's hop in. Now, for those of you who have never used Canva before, I do have a special affiliate link through the Canva Certified Creative Program. If you're interested in using that, you can check out the link below. I'll have in my description. This gives you a 45-day trial of the pro version of Canva. So you can do the free version. You'll not get as many bells and whistles to try out. So I would suggest getting in there with the Canva Pro, get it for 45 days for free, and check that out, see how it meets your needs. Some things to mention would be like the background remover. I know if you're a handmade entrepreneur like I am, that's extremely helpful with your product photos that you do. I make handmade jewelry and certain crafts, so whenever I go on there and use that, I like to remove the background, and it's like one click and you're done. The Canva free version is awesome. You get a lot with it, but it is limited in certain things and functionalities that you might want to try out for 45 days for free under the Canva Pro, which again is through my affiliate link. This Canva Pro graphic here shows you the differences between the free and the Pro option. Another thing is that you have a brand kit that if you're like me and you have a logo and you have brand colors, you can actually get that all preloaded into Canva, and then that way you can create templates moving forward and you don't have to create the new wheel every time that you go to make a graphic for social media or whatnot. And then you can schedule content now through Canva, which is awesome. So they have a content planner, and that is all again on the Canva Pro and not available in the free version of Canva. So whatever your needs are, you can check out the Canva free version, play around with that. But my referral link for Canva Pro, the 45-day free trial, is for people that are totally new to Canva. All right, so now we're at canva.com, and I am in my little world here for the Sparkle by Monica Canva Certified Creative team. I'm going to need to create a graphic for my YouTube channel art. You can search in certain ways. You can type in YouTube. It pulls up a bunch of different options. It gives the YouTube channel art, and it's got a certain size of 2560 by 1440 pixels. So this is different in the 1920 by 1080 that you're using for your thumbnails or your videos. This is just specific to the header that you have at the top of your YouTube channel. And again, that's my outdated graphic that you saw earlier. You can look here at the different options that it gives you: the For You, the presentation, social media, video, print products, marketing, office, and the More feature. And as a Canva Pro member, you have a lot more functionality and a lot of variety with that you would not necessarily have under the Canva free. And that also goes for your images and things that you're gonna want to use, and the music if you want to put a clip in, if you're making a video, let's say, or a presentation. So I'm going to go back over here to social media, and you can see that you've got a lot of different things. You've got the popular ones here at the very top, and as I click to the right, you can see that it's got stories, WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok. There's a YouTube thumbnail. I am going to be making a YouTube thumbnail for this video, but I'm not going to be showing you how to do that. I'm going to be doing the YouTube channel art. So I'm just kind of over here in the popular section, and you can see as soon as I hover over that, I can create a blank YouTube channel art option. Okay, so originally I had actually created a new team just specifically for this tutorial, but unfortunately it put me into the free category, which is kind of useful so I can show you as far as what the view is for the free versus the pro option that I have. But I need to do some functionality and show you in this tutorial in things that I need to do on the pro level. So I'm going to have to go back into my previous team and do that so that you can see what you would be missing out on. Here you can simply search, just say YouTube, and once you've hit that, you get a bunch of different things that pop up for various things that you might want to do, whether it's YouTube thumbnails, YouTube channel art, you have videos, which I use that a lot. Those of you that watch my YouTube channel, Sparkle by Monica videos, have got all kinds of Canva all throughout every single video now, because it helps me to show you a visual and not just my talking hands. I can also give you some educational content with a little bit of animation and stuff as I am talking to you on the screen, so that's pretty cool. But you can do stories, YouTube display ads. There's all sorts of things here for YouTube, so that's one way you can search it. You might also want to try video, Instagram post, and it shows you the sizes too, which is handy. The YouTube video is 1920 by 1080. If you keep scrolling to the right, you're going to see some different things like presentation and flyers, but I want to be able to create the channel art. So if I click social media, there is a story, there's a TikTok video, there's a YouTube thumbnail, there's the YouTube intro, social media, and YouTube channel art. So you can search this a variety of different ways, but I find that the easiest way a lot of times is just what I did at first. YouTube, there's the YouTube channel art. It has the sizes that I need, and I'm going to go ahead and click that. And it gives me a bunch of different templates, which is awesome because this is already ready-made. I can just tweak it with my information. I don't even have to change out any of the colors or the photos or anything like that if there's something that I find that I really enjoy here. And as you can see, there's a ton. And they're constantly updating all of these different options all the time. I love it. I could go ahead and pick one of these multiple templates that I could continue to look indefinitely at, or I can create a blank YouTube channel art. You notice that I can create additional pages here, and it also can be something that you can duplicate your theme if you create a certain template. I've got a lot of suggestions here for if you're a music YouTube channel art, you need beauty channel art, travel, live streamers. You've got all of the results here, so that would be like on the preview screen earlier when I was showing you all of their different options that they have. I want to be able to select my logo, my brands, and things that are pertinent to Sparkle by Monica. So as the Canva Pro options, I have a lot more functionality over here in the left and my toolbar, which includes my brand kit and a lot of different options that I want specific to Sparkle by Monica. I have a blank canvas for the YouTube channel art. The first thing I want to do is to title this. I'm just going to say 2022 Sparkle by Monica YouTube channel art. I want to be able to start loading things in here. Now, I have this entire canvas for YouTube. Only this little sliver here is something that's going to be seen. So I do have a little graphic that I will share with you, and this kind of helps me to be able to overlay and see where that little strip is. So I'm going to find that. It depends on what device that you're viewing it on, whether it's a laptop, a mobile device, or television. The view in this channel art size changes. So although you need that full 2560 size here, you've got to really be able to get the bulk of the information in that little sliver. And that's why I really like having this additional graphic. So I'm going to upload. So when I do that, I'm going to drag it and let it fill the screen there for the actual template size. You can see that the television is 2560 by 1440. Desktop maximum is 2560 by 423. And then your tablet is 1855 by 423. And the desktop minimum and mobile is 1546 by 423. So it kind of gives you in this section here in the very middle a shaded area so that you can see where you need to kind of pinpoint and target your text and your logo safe area, because that at 1546 by 423 is what is going to be seen when you're looking at your YouTube channel. That's why I like it, where I've got videos on Sparkly Sundays and any of that pertinent information that I want someone to be able to see and not be cut off based on whatever device they're looking at. That is what I want to put into the main darkened area here on that graphic. So I just kind of make this an opacity. That way I can still see that block. Got my graphic selected. I'm going to go up here to transparency, and then I can control how light that's going to be. So I can create whatever I want to do, and then I can position various things and be able to get this on top of or below it so that I can at any time be able to see where that information is going to fall on the graphic that I'm creating. So the first thing that I want to think about doing is what is the photo that I want to use. You're going to see I've got a lot of options here for the Canva Pro photos that are here, and you can just search jewelry making. And it pulls a lot of stock footage that you have the permissions to use in your graphic here. I'm going to click on the uploads option, which is where I have been uploading graphics now. And I'm going to choose one of them and just drop it on here. That photo is now actually behind the original photo of the little channel art template thing that I kind of use as a guide. So I have adjusted that. I think I had the opacity set on 23, so I'm actually going to up that a little bit so I can see it a little bit better. Right where you can see the center, this 1546 by 423, is also where my logo is showing. Now that is actually pretty cool because I do want to have my logo and I don't want to have to utilize the other graphics that I normally have to add in. So this way I have a more organic look to it. I have some negative space that I can put some of my graphics in there that will help call attention to things like that I have my videos on Sparkly Sundays. Let me go into where I have uploaded things, and I'm going to put this up here in the area that I want it. So I have this. I want to put in another graphic before I get rid of my template. I can get rid of now this in the background, so I'm just going to hit delete. Now my original picture went away. I'm going to highlight that background so you can see the blue border. That means that's what I want to replace with my picture. Now I know it looks weird. As far as my little template graphic that I had over here, where I put the subscribe logo, is actually going to be a little bit over to the far right, but there's still going to be some negative space between that and the beads. That's going to be okay. If I wanted to, I could move it over here, but I think what I'll do is I'll just put a little sparkle over here. Now I want to put some text, so I'm going to hit the text button, and I want to have the heading, and then I want to mimic what I had on there. So videos on Sparkly Sundays. And the next text is going to be jewelry making, crafts, and handmade biz tips. So I'm going to do that as a subheading. I'm just resizing this as I go. So this is probably going to be a 20. I need to increase the size of my screen so I can see better how to fit this in here and mimic what I had before. But let me go down here to my slider and increase the size of my screen. Instead of 30%, I want to see this a little bit better because I have had to make my text small. I'm going to put videos on Sparkly Sundays, and maybe now make it a little bit bigger. And then jewelry making, crafts, and handmade biz tips. That I can also make that a little bit bigger as well. It's just a change in the type of text that I have. And you can see the little dotted line. It's kind of telling you, hey, this is in line with the other set of text that you have next door to me. So now I want to come over here just like I had on this graphic, and I want to put a YouTube icon over here, and I know that I got that in Canva. Go to Elements. That's where you can find cool things like stickers, images, shapes, all sorts of things. You can see here as I scroll down. You can also look up photos and videos. That has its own little tab over here as well in the toolbar. I want to see Elements. You can get animations that way, PNG files, and there's animated, there's non-animated. There's graphics that you can change the colors of to meet your branding needs. So I'm going to go to Elements, and you can do a search. I'm just going to say YouTube. And when I hit enter, you can see it's got all sorts of things here. Now, it's going to pull up all, which means any videos, photos, graphics, stickers, any of that has anything to do with YouTube if they use that as a keyword for the graphic. So I'm going to say YouTube logo, and then I'm going to say I want only the graphics because I don't want photos, videos, or audio. Now you can see it's giving me a lot more narrowed down choices here. So I'm scrolling through here, and I'm trying to find that one that had the little cloud. And it usually is right here pretty close when I go to search. I'm just going to continue to scroll. There it is. And the cool thing about Canva search, I click on this, and it brings up in these magic recommendations the same creator who's created several graphics which might be similar or something else that's similar in that vein. So I'm going to hit the magic recommendations, and I'm going to scroll down here and see if I can find the other one. There's a different version. I'm going to bring it to the edge. Probably right there so it will show. And what I am using as a guideline there is the fact that I positioned this subscribe graphic before I deleted my little template that I had. Whereas before I had the subscribe over here in this area, I can either move that down here in this negative space, which I think I might do, or I can use a cool feature here, the duplicate button, duplicate that, and then kind of line it up with the original graphic, hold my shift button, pull that over to the right by holding that shift button, and it keeps the graphic from going up and down so it's in line with the original graphic. So now I can see, do I like that on the right hand side? Do I prefer it on the left hand side where there's that additional space? If I say delete, Do I like that better? You know what? I think I do actually like that better. So I'm going to now pull this down to where it kind of overlaps a little bit of the text, maybe right about there. So it's in that negative space. It opened up that space over here to the right. And then I think I just want to add some sparkles. So I'm going to hit my elements again and type in sparkles. And if I want to have this be animated, I could type in stickers, sparkles, or sparkles stickers, or usually the animated ones just come up for me before the static images. I could click graphics, and then I have a ton of different sparkles on here, and you know me, I love my sparkles, guys. So let's see, I think since I have some gold in this picture, I'm going to pick some gold sparkles, and I don't need it to be animated because it's just part of my thumbnail. So I'm going to do these little bitty baby golden sparkles, and I'm going to make it small, and I'm going to put that right by the word like, so it emphasizes that. There's a little bit of a hint of that. Now, here's something that's cool. If I don't like that color and I want to change the color of the sparkle, if you see a color box at the top right beside the edit image, that means you can change it. So if I want to see what it looks like as a white sparkle, I don't know. I do kind of like that. Then this is the brand kit area where you can see I've got my special blue and my special pink. So if I wanted to do that, I wanted to put my brand colors there. I chose the blue. That's what it looks like. There's my pink. But I think the white. I think the white is winning out for me. Now that is all I'm going to do because I have my logo that should be showing. I've got this banner hopefully that will show if my positioning is still correct. And then everything on the peripheral of this has got jewelry and beads and all kinds of cool stuff. It's got the kind of bluish purple, that Very Perry that I had from the Jesse James Beads Ambassador package. That is in here for the month of February, so it suits what I want for my color element because the birthstone for February is what? Amethyst. Check that video out if you haven't already. I've got a birthstone playlist that I have created. So let's see here. Do I want anything else? If I want to see, can I adjust the color on that graphic? No. Now something I can do, I don't have any kind of color blocking, but some of these images, all of the colors that are involved in that image, if they highlight when you click on that image and you see like the little color blocks, you can change those colors. This one does not, however, there's still something I can do. I can click on Edit Image, and it gives me several different options here that I can choose. I could change the way that this is going to look if I wanted to see what duotone does to it. I could say Use. It changes how that image would look. You can scroll through there and see, do I like any of that? And I don't think so. So I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to hit the back button. I could also try Color Mix, Trippy, Slice, Screen, Pixelate, Liquify, all of these different ones. Some of these images may or may not give you options to change the hue and the saturation. So if I click on this other image that I have over here and I click Edit Image, then you see I have the ability to adjust. I can also remove a background if I wanted to. That is a pro option that I was speaking about earlier. If I had a background, I don't have a background on this option. If I want to adjust it though, I could click that adjust button and you see I've got brightness, contrast, saturation, tint, all of that stuff. I could change that if I wanted to. I'm not going to because that is my brand colors. However, let's say I wanted to for some reason and I go on the tint. As I pull this to the left, it's changing. As I go to the right, it's changing. Oh, did I make a mistake? Yeah, so hit 0 and it's back to where it was originally. Same thing with the saturation. I could change how that looks. I need to matte it down some if I want to brighten it some. So I can either use the drag button or I could just hit the number value here and it will change back to 0 if I decide I didn't like something. But now if it doesn't have that functionality for the adjust, then it's just something that is tied to that particular graphic and you could try another graphic. So that is pretty cool. I like that right now. This is something that you want to keep in mind as far as what your audience is going to see on your YouTube channel if they're looking at your header via a phone or a tablet or a television or a desktop computer. If I wanted to put my website, I could. However, because I have all of that linked in my channel information, I don't really need to have that because whenever you upload your channel art, you're going to see if you have all of that in your background default settings for your actual YouTube settings, those little icons are going to be populated, so I don't have to do any of that. Somebody can just click on there. It's interactive, and it takes them right to if I have a Facebook page, a Twitter, a TikTok, my website, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to leave it like this, and I want to be able to download it. Now, this is something else that's really cool. As a pro subscriber, you have the options on several different file types that you might not have as a free Canva. So I have the ability to save this as an SVG, and the little crown icon is letting you know, hey, this is a pro feature. So if you ever have anything that shows a little crown on there and you have the free Canva app, this is going to be something that you'll see the little crowns on, which alerts you you're going to have to pay for this individually, or some images are like $1, $2. I can't remember the exact pricing, but there will be a price individually if that's available to you, or as a free Canva member, you won't be able to use that unless you have the pro features for free. So that's something to keep in mind, but you can see if you want the SVG, which a lot of people use in the digital world for their stickers, sticker files, t-shirts, all of that kind of stuff, print, they want to use the SVGs. PNGs are the other that is highly popular, and the PDFs. So, I mean, there's all sorts of different ways that I can save this. Because I don't have any animations, I don't really want it to be an MP4 or a GIF. If I wanted to have it to be an excessively high quality, then I would do, SVG if I needed it for some reason outside of YouTube channel art, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to choose the PNG. When you're making YouTube thumbnails, you might want to go ahead and say JPG, the JPEG, because they have a limitation to the upload size. And also, if you're a WordPress website user, you might want to also use the JPEG option as well. And then instead of having it be a large file size, choose medium and go from there. But I could do the PNG because the channel art is going to be okay for that. And then you can see I can still adjust the size here as a Canva Pro person, that if I decided, I don't really want it to be that size, I could change that here before I do anything. If I wanted to have a transparent background, let's say I had a border around it and I want to just have it be a transparent background like a traditional PNG, then I could select that. I can compress the file, and I can save my download settings for the next time I come in here. So I'm just going to hit the PNG. I'm going to leave everything, the settings that way. I'm going to hit download. So I've got a design. It gives me the link if I want to share this design with others. And over here it is showing that it's downloaded, so I know that that's done. Okay, so now I'm over here in my banner image area for the channel customization of my Sparkle by Monica channel. And you can see where it says, for best results on all devices, use an image that's at least 2048 by 1152 pixels and 6 megabytes or less. So that's where that size, the PNG versus the JPEG and the large to medium compression size comes into play. It's giving you a snapshot of how my current picture that you've seen, my outdated picture, looks on all of these different devices. Now, on its own, the graphic looks odd, right? But when I go to click that in for the customized banner art, it fits exactly. It says viewable on all devices. That's in that open area there. That is the snapshot that will be seen on phones and all of that stuff. If I wanted to see it on a TV, now that's where it would kind of look a little bit disjointed. So if I wanted to continue my bar all the way across, I could, but I'm not going to. Viewable on desktop, it kind of looks disjointed. Yeah. So again, if I wanted to do that, I could change that out if I wanted to. So I think I'm good with that. I'm going to go ahead and say done. And then it's changed the view, so you can see now it's got all of my periwinkle buttons and things. I'm going to hit publish. I can go over here to my other screen, hit refresh, and there it is. There's my beautiful little periwinkle jewelry. It's got my banner here. Now my banner does clash just a little bit with that pinky purple color, so I may actually change that. Maybe I'll put a different banner up there. But this gives you an idea that you can create your own banner in Canva, make it look beautiful however you want. Use the additional template tip like I gave you. I will put a link below to that if you are interested in it. So yeah, guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Canva is awesome. I mean, I could go on and on about Canva. There's so many different things that I can do with Canva. And as a pro user especially, it's very handy because I've got all of this additional layer of functionality that I do not have as a free Canva user, and I don't have to pay the additional fees every time I want to do something extra special. And there are a lot of awesome graphic graphics and animations and stock photos and things that are very valuable to you if you do create a lot of images for your social media, your YouTube channels, your websites, that it would be worthwhile for the Canva Pro. As a Canva Pro user, you have a lot of different levels of functionality and tons of additional fonts, videos. That's something that I love when I create my actual YouTube videos. I go in and I make additional video snippets to kind of put an overlay into whatever my content is, because if I'm sitting there making a necklace and I'm going on a tangent talking about where did this stone originate from or where did this material come from, and I want to have a graphic, I can go into Canva, create that, lay it into my video, and you're seeing that instead of my hands and just me talking, you know, all boring about it. So that has really amped up my videos. If you want to check out some of my videos here, I believe I've been doing that now for about a year, so all of my recent videos should be like that. You get so many different premium things here that it's talking about on this graphic as opposed to the free version of Canva. I think it's definitely worthwhile for you to give it a try, and it's a 45-day trial instead of the 30-day trial that you get if you're just on the Canva free. As a brand new to Canva and you use the affiliate link that I have below my description, then you do get the 45-day free trial. I love it. There's so many different opportunities that you can do with Canva. You can also use print. So if you are an artist and you want to create these things and then you want to have it print and ship to people, you know, make that available in digital form or on, you know, mugs or t-shirts or whatever, they have that option as well through Canva. I've been with them since 2018 and as a Canva certified creative since early 2019. Yeah, so I mean it's been a hot minute, right? This is my channel, sparklebymonica.com. I have all of my social media links there if you're interested in checking me out. Follow me and we'll start a conversation. I do have some other channels that I have Canva tutorials on already, so that would be Crafty Creators, Sparkly Mon Downloads, and Beading Brigade. So I will also have those links below. I have all sorts of videos for handmade jewelry making and beading hauls, various crafts and DIYs. I have possibly a few kitty cat videos in here if you're interested in anything like that. So be sure that you check out my Canva Pro affiliate link below if you're interested in giving that a try for 45 days for free. You can't lose. And if you have any questions for me, let me know below in the comments. I'll be happy to answer those for you. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And share this to any of your friends that might be interested in upping their YouTube game or their social media game or even doing in print. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel, pretty please. And thank you again so much for watching. I hope that you have a sparkle-tastic day, y'all. Bye!